It has been a long time since I've uploaded a video. I have been at college, I've been busy, and I know this is not really the kind of video that you're used to seeing from me. Basically, I would love to get back into making videos on YouTube again. I just hadn't had time because of college. So, I'm graduating soon. I'll be able to make more content, and this is kind of my first foray into that. So, the lovely people at Cali Audio today have sent me the IN-UNF Ultra Near Field Studio. Maybe I should flip it. And ta-da! I've been using my trusty JBL 305, I think they're actually Mark 1s, for as long as I can remember. They've done me well, but I think this should be a really interesting upgrade. These speakers are weird. You'll see exactly why in a moment. If you've seen these before, they're a subwoofer unit and then two coaxial drivers, and that is, coaxial drivers basically have the mid-range and the tweeter in the same driver. It's actually the same ones that they put in their IN-5s and 8s. Now these came as a bit of a surprise to me. I was actually expecting to receive the new LP-UNFs, which I think are the same kind of philosophy of ultra near field monitors, but those ones are a lot more standard and sit on your desk like normal monitors do. These are different. This is our subwoofer unit. I think it can either stand upright like this behind your monitor or your laptop, or it could sit face down on a desk. Given the current setup that I have over here, I currently have the soft tube console 1 sitting on top of this thing, which is good for storage, but I think for the purposes of right now, I'm just gonna set the console 1 right on top of that. I apologize for all the bird noises outside, but it's such a lovely day. Before I get started, let me clarify. These are excellent monitors. They sound far better than my old JBLs, and they even fill up a room pretty well. That being said, I have some thoughts. So Cali sends you these 2 sheets of paper that show you exactly how to set up your system. Like, you lay them flat on your desk and you put them on these marked areas, and you can either have the subwoofer upright in an upright position or laying flat on the desk as I have it now. They even have a set of dip switches that you can set to a specific configuration that you have, and it changes the calibration of the speakers. Now, it may seem unfair to you that I don't have the speakers set up exactly how they've been calibrated for, but please hear me out, and by the end of the video, if you still think I'm being unfair, feel free to state your opinions in the comments below. I'm just stating my own experience with these speakers. I tried them in the setup that they had suggested, but I actually preferred the sound of them on top of the monitor stands. I just felt it a bit strange to have the high-end sounds coming from below, and I didn't notice any problems when I put them on the monitor stands. For me, space on my desktop is sacred, especially in a small home studio environment. Everything on my desk has a purpose that justifies the area that it takes up. And for being marketed as a solution for small desk setups and small studios, the IN-UNFs certainly take up a lot of space. I just don't have the room to set up the speakers the way they instructed because I have other things on my desk that I'm just not willing to move, such as my rack of analog gear on the right side or my computer and other studio gear on the left. I know some people will say I should have set up the subwoofer in the upright position, but I don't have the room for that either. I don't really have the space behind my monitor. My desk is just not wide enough. I have my monitor on an arm stand, and I would have to bring the monitor really close to my face, and it's a big monitor. It just doesn't work for me. So now I have this large, awkward, amazing sounding subwoofer taking up a lot of space on my desk, and I'm torn about the sacrifice I'm making. Again, I'm only here to state my own experience with these speakers. For a lot of people, maybe even most people, a lot of these qualms just aren't going to apply. I didn't purchase these speakers. They were sent to me by Cali Audio, which I'm incredibly grateful for. Cali is an amazing company that makes some of the best studio equipment on the planet. But all that is to say, I didn't build my setup around these speakers. I just inserted them into what I already had. Had I planned for these speakers to arrive, or had I built my studio around these speakers, or if I just had a different setup to insert them in, these could have been the perfect monitoring solution. The IN-UNFs are a commitment, but a rewarding one. Set up both in the way they instructed and how I have them set up now, they boast a deep, punchy low end, clean mids and highs, and an impressively wide soundstage. They sound good. In fact, they sound so good, I want the IN-5s. Those share the same mid and high range coaxial drivers but without the separate bass unit. So who are these for? I would say those with small studio setups, but it has to be a very specific small studio setup. If you don't use monitor stands and you just produce on a laptop but you still want that deep low end extension, maybe these are for you. But at $600, these aren't exactly a beginner or budget friendly solution. That's not to say they don't justify their price.
they do. It's just a weird situation. But if you were to go with the LP UNFs, they're still built for the same small desktop, small studio audience, but they allow you to commit to a more traditional setup that will allow you to eventually get them off your desk with a pair of risers or perhaps monitor stands, which also allow you to upgrade to a higher end pair in the future, such as the LP6s or the IN-5s, without sacrificing any part of your setup. And those speakers are just half the cost at $300. So for most people, I would recommend the other products in Kali's lineup. But these are a testament to Kali's innovation and quality, even if these speakers are not for me. So if I was to purchase another pair of speakers, it would be from Kali, probably the IN-5s. So Kali Audio, thank you so much for sending me the system. Just a disclaimer, Kali did not pay me or tell me to say anything specific, they just sent me the system to review. Kali, if you guys were able, I would love to take a look at the IN-5s or even the LP UNFs. I think they'd fit perfectly in my setup and probably more permanently in my setup. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to make more videos soon, especially once I'm out of college. Probably some on the creative side and some on the technical or educational side like this one. So let me know if you want to see more of this kind of thing, and thank you so much. Have a good one.